And yes, we are live.
That's
Hello,
great.
everyone. Greetings to you wherever you are joining us in right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome aboard. Welcome to the month of March. Welcome to another episode of our popular series, Creating Passive Income Streams. If we can, you can. And of
Mhm.
course, as usual, I don't get to do this alone. None of us get to do it alone. I have in my company today my ladies of amiable virtue, Moturayo Emily, all the way from Houston, Texas.
Hello.
Nice to have you here today. Omola Rauti, all the way from Houston, Texas as well. Thank you, sis. Good to have you. And of course, Adebola Kolawole from New York City. Woohoo! Welcome back, sis. Good to have you. You all are looking
Yeah.
smashingly hot this month of March
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're ready to crush your goals and you're ready to march to victory. Amen. Right? So
Amen.
Amen.
our minds goes out to all individuals out there who are probably going through one form of art or the other, the nations of Ukraine and whatnot. We pray that the Lord will heal our land. The Lord in his infinite mercy will grant peace unto the heart of people all around and across the globe. And there will be sanity, tranquility back even into our land through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
So let's do this. Let's go. Let's get started. And so for our audiences, joining us in, please, once you up on board, be it Facebook, be it YouTube, please put in where you are calling in from. We'd like to know where you are. This is a global face. We'd like to, we'd like to communicate with you. We'd like to connect with you. We want to make sure we're engaging with you as we speak through. And just like you probably have seen right on our banner, our topic for today. It says breaking rules.
Mm-hmm.
You heard me well. Breaking rules, earning legally. And I thought somebody would probably would think, you know what, breaking rules, oh my gosh, are these people on law? But you know what? It's far from it. Um, I bring you good news and news flash. Every individual here represented, we are lawful individuals of the various nations we are representing. We are patriotic citizens of the country we are representing. And so that's far from it. Breaking rules and the focus of our conversation this evening, it's actually going to touch based on how we carry out our day-to-day activity. What are the norms of life? What are the various things we've been wired, into? What are those things we've been made to believe? The misnomer that we've been made to believe that this is how things has to go. I mean, if it's not going there, then you're probably missing it. What are those things that you've been, I mean, you've already acclimatized yourself to, and that's what you're doing. So that is what we are talking about today. We're saying, you know what, there is a need for you to change the narrative. We're saying that, you know what, there is the need for you to break out of all those old rules. We're saying that what we've seen individuals that have broken these rules and they are doing well. And guess what? Seth Godin says that successful people are actually the ones breaking the rules. So
Yeah.
I'll have my ladies on the platform today. We will take turns and we will share our thoughts. It's going to be a heart to heart discussion on how we've encountered this particular topical, discussion. And then we will share it to the audience. We will let you guys know. So, in no particular order, Mutiraya Emily, can you please just share, shed light, let our audience know breaking rules. How does that resonate to you? What's your personal experience with that particular topical um note?
Thank you so much, Modupe.
You're
Hello
welcome.
and good evening to everyone again. Our audience, we appreciate you for always being here. And guess what? We would love to hear your thought about this topic because it concerns all of us.
Hmm.
Okay. Before I go into my personal experience, Modupe, I
Hmm.
want you to know, not just you and every of our audiences out there, watching this or that will be catching up on the replay, that some years back,
Hmm.
women especially are not where we are today.
It's true.
Women are seen to be full housewives, not earning, just looking up to, okay? Whatever knowledge, creativity, ideas, dreams they have die within them.
Mm.
Some people somehow broke the rule to get us to where we are today. That you and I can say, oh, we want to be career women, we
Mhm.
want to work and earn, we are
Mhm.
head of a household. And now we are saying, coming back to this, that even those that broke the rule there, then to get us to where we are looking at it that where we are presently is actually not answering the call of nature of what we have to do. So I'm going to share my story in a bit. You all know most people that have been, watching me on my page and those that that follow other of my business partners. I am an educator by profession, and
Yes.
right, and being an educator, I can't choose when to work. I have to work during the school hours,
Yeah.
and that means I have to like take my children from daycare to daycare. And I must tell you, if I'm in school 100 days in a semester, in a term, in a year, I'm not happy 75% of those days. Because after dropping my children, I'm worried, I'm crying. Even though I have, I'm confident that the daycare I have my children are okay, are secure, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
never pleased. And more so because of the weather. In North Dakota, you know what it is to drop your child in a negative 30 degree, negative 40 degree in a daycare and you are going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So, migrating to another state and amid all these health issues and all of those, I got a job and I had to resign within 3 weeks. Why? Because my children daycare had COVID. And I was given that option of is either you resign or come to school. So I was left in the middle of the sea, right? I have
Mm-hmm.
to choose what is important to me. So there we go. And I found myself not having anything as a backup. I had seen this business, I had been making inquiries, but because I had something I was doing, I did not give it a thought. So, and that is why I've taken it upon myself to tell everyone, to educate everyone that if you happen to be in the shoe that it was then, you
Mm.
have something doing, please don't hesitate to have something on the background, on the side, okay? Because
Mm-hmm.
I had to resign. I came home and my children will go to school. I'll be so sad. And I pray to God, okay, this business came back to me and I was like, okay, I've got what it takes. I have that dream and nobody is going to actualize that dream for me if I don't. I realize that if I happen to work for 10 people at a time, 10 employers at a time, that is not going to actualize my dream. So
Absolutely.
that is where, that personal resolution to bring about my dream, to live my dream, to
Mm-hmm.
actualize, and not just, for myself or for my family, but to
Mm-hmm.
help people out there. So,
Great.
yeah, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Moturiah. Thank you so much, Moturiah. It's so thought provoking listening to your story. It's so, every one of us here will resonate with that. Every one of us here coming from various diverse backgrounds, as mothers, we are all mothers on this platform. And of course, we have a lot of mothers out there, be it single moms, be it, or you're the only one taking care of the children, or even you have your partner taking care of the children with you. It's still a whole lot of work because now we are saddled with our responsibility and we have to deliver. So because it's more like, the universe is expecting this from you and you have this so much. And then it falls back to, breaking the rule. There was something you mentioned which was really intriguing. you had to break the rule because if you did not break the rule would have broken you. And which was what happened, right? You were broken by that, and then you had to now take on to say, "What?
Right.
Let me start something of my own," and that
Right.
you become, a successful business owner. By the way, so congratulations to you, Moturayo, that you took up that,
Thank
that
you.
decision that day. And I'm sure others listening out there are probably going to have a rethink of how things needs to go in their world. Without further ado, I'm going to have Omolara share our own story. Please tell the house, either those listening now or those who will catch up on the replay. What's your personal thoughts about this particular topical note that we are looking at this evening?
All right. Thank you, Modupe. And then to all our listeners listening to us, to all our audience, and to those who are going to catch up on the replay, I
Mhm,
want to say thank you all. Well, for me, my personal experience, it's quite different. It might be, same with some, with Adebola or maybe Modupe, but it's quite different from Moturayo. And if you're going to agree with me, when they say rules are not meant to be broken, I went ahead. I don't care if there is any rule that is said not meant to be broken. I went ahead and broke the rule because of what? Because I've been in so much pain, not seeing my children, having multiple jobs, and then health wise, I'm not enjoying myself. I'm not enjoying myself health wise. I'm not enjoying my children. And then my children, anytime they have things to do at school, I'm not always there. That breaks my heart. Broke my heart to the point that if I'm at work, I don't concentrate. I feel like, oh, I'm in the program they're doing. But because I don't have a choice, because I've felt it's the normal thing I'm doing, having multiple jobs, because there are bills to pay. Everybody agrees we all have to pay bills.
yep.
There are bills to pay, there are credit card notes to be paid, there is student loan to be paid. So I look at myself, I said, having one source of income before I went in to dive into taking other employment. So I'm like, okay, having one job, it doesn't even take care of anything. So I went ahead, I applied, get other job, get the second job, and I felt it's not still enough. I had to get a PRN, making two full time and one PRN. So as time goes on, health wise, my health was depreciating to the extent that um, I can't even do anything myself. When there is an event, I can't go to any event. I can't see my children. So as time goes on, I was so scared that what if the unthinkable happens to me? What if what I'm not foreseeing happen? So having gone to ER 3 times. I think I've mentioned that before on my business page. That having gone to ER 3 times, it broke my children's heart. Like they seeing their mother, seeing ambulance coming to the house, coming to pick their mom. And one day, one of my sons said, "Mom, I think you need a rest. You need to take a break." I said, "But if I have to take a break, what's going to happen? You know, all these bills are pile up. We have to pay all these bills. I need to do something." So, fortunately for me, I came across this business online on my news feed. So, when I saw it, I'm like, they've come again. That was the first thing that came out from my mouth. They've come again. Who are they? What are they doing? What are they? I mean, what do they want me to achieve in this advert I'm listening to? So, upon listening to the advert, I said to myself, okay, my one instinct was telling me, why don't you give this a shot? I'm like, giving this a shot. Why? I have jobs that is paying my bills, that is putting food on my table. So what else do I need to do? So I saw it. I gave it a thought, a thorough thought that okay, I think this is it. So having gone through they have a webinar. Having gone through the webinar, I said to myself, I said, if I have to drop these two jobs, and then I'm going for the uncertainty, what am I going to? What is going to? What am I going to get for this uncertainty that I'm seeing? So, we have two minds. One mind was like, you better continue with your job. The other one was like, give it a shot. It might benefit you. So having gone through all their training, I mean the webinar and all that, I saw people from different backgrounds. I said to myself, I think
This
this
is
is
it for
high time
you.
for me to
Mm-hmm.
change. And so I had to change.
Mm-hmm.
That time I'm so grateful that I've been always there for my children. Anytime they have an event at their school, I'm always there at any time.
Mm.
So me now doing that, I believe I broke the rule of having multiple jobs, waking up early, going from one, clocking in from one job, clocking out from the other job. I believe I broke the rule of setting myself free from bondage of
The
multiple night.
status quo. Hmm. Thank you so much, Amalara. That was really deep. That was really deep. So for you audiences listening to us, for us to come out of our comfort zone to share our heart to you this evening, it means a lot to us. It means a lot to our loved ones. One of the things it said in the pace is that it's telling you out there that you know what, we are real people. We are normal, real, everyday individuals. We are just hungry for change. We are individuals who think, you know what, we cannot be boxed up any longer. We are individuals who think, you know what, there are better things out there. What makes you, what stops you from exploring it? What stops you from checking it out? And that is why we are here today. And by the way, every one of us here, we are doing exceedingly well in this community. For those of you who probably have been following us and following our milestones, you know what? Watch out for us. It's coming big, big in a big way. So I'm going to have Adebola take it over from here. Coach Adebola, go ahead and tell us, tell
Thank
our audience, okay?
thank you,
What is
Modupe.
your thought about this whole topical note?
Okay, thank you very much. And hi, everyone. Let me just go straight to the point. So we're talking about breaking the rules, and this is not being doing something wrong. It's all about having your own new normal.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about not just depending on the norm, the regular thing that everybody knows. That's the way it's done. That's the way it should be done. We're
Mm-hmm.
talking about some of the topics that we've discussed on this platform. We're talking about getting out of your status quo, out of your comfort zone or status quo, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're talking about today. So you need to create a new norm for yourself. It doesn't have to be what has been. If it's not working, then you need to get out of it. So the rules are not the rules that were laid down by the government or by anyone that you must follow, but it's just some rules that we have come to accept. We have come to put ourselves in, and we feel, oh, that's the way it's done. Oh, that's what my father did. That's what my brother did. That's what my friend is doing. Why is my different? But sometimes we need to break those rules, break ourselves out of those old rules, and make change happen. Because if you need a change, you need to make it happen. Nobody's going to do it for you. The way I am now, I have a new mindset. Right from time when I hear about retirement, hear about 401k, hear about this, I'm always like, I'm not thinking about this thing. I'm not looking into when I'm going to retire because I don't see myself doing that same job till that age. um my mind is that I need to do something better. I want to be better than what I am now. I'm not going to be here till this age, so I don't talk about retirement with people. 401k, I'm not into 401k because I believe that is not what I'm going to depend on. My life is not going to depend on 401k because I believe that I don't have to continue to work till that old age where I can't even enjoy myself again. So I've always had that mindset that something needs to change. I need to get out of that comfort zone of, oh, I have a job. Okay, they pay me salary every month. I don't need to worry as long as I go there, as long as I show up, I get my pay and everything is good. But everything wasn't good. The pay wasn't meeting the needs. So I needed to do something. So I came out of that comfort zone. I came out of that status quo. I came out of what every other person is saying is the way to do it. If you want more money, then get a second job. I said no. I'm not taking a second job. I have the one I have is already taking enough of
Time.
my time. I'm not ready to trade any additional time for income. So I'm not taking a second job. I need to do something different. So I would say that was a rule that I broke. The rule of trying to find another job, trying to, to support my income, to, and support my family. So I decided to find something that is going to last. It's going to be sustainable, something that will be like me building a legacy. At the same time, not trading, you know, any unnecessary time, not being controlled, not being limited to, oh, if I don't go to this job, I'm not going to get that extra pay. So that was the rule that I broke. And I changed the norm. I changed the norm for myself. Okay, I'm not going to wait till retirement. I'm not going to wait till this particular age to retire and start getting this um, incentive from the government or from my employer. I'm not going to wait till this age, and start getting 401k or this and that. And all. No, I'm not going to depend or plan my life along with 401k and the rest of them. So I decided to come out of that shell, and I'm happy I did. Thank you, Modupe.
Thank you so much, Adebola. That was really insightful, and I appreciate you. Going that route. We've heard from the three beautiful ladies talking about their stories and what they actually did to break the rule. How it actually, affected certain decisions in their life. They stood by it, and today they are counting their blessings. They are counting their blessings. I kid you not. And if I'm just going to add on to that before we go into the next section for this particular go live, I would say, from my own perspective, one of the rules, right? And because again, I do not want to, just sound repetitive. One of the rules in which I had to break. A lot of us, especially individuals who come from, let's say, maybe from diaspora immigrants in, in any of the North America region, and so a lot of us, majority of us, we are very conservative when it comes to certain things about life. We are super conservative. And so we will rather embrace tradition or
Yeah,
convention compared
that's
to,
true.
this is change, this is a new narrative. We rather be like, I'm just going to be very conservative. So
Mm-hmm.
in my case, when you talk about, okay, individuals who probably will be conservative, and I probably would say I belong to that school. I used to belong to that school for change. Let me make sure I rephrase my word. I
Yeah.
used to live there, and that would also include, um, what is my take as when it comes to social media platform. What is my take when it comes to how technology is kind of moving, and what is my perspective about that? So I used to be in that school of thought. I never wanted anything to do with social media. But again, all my ladies have mentioned certain things. We needed more time. I needed more time for my little ones. I have two little ones that I'm still looking into, and I do not want to miss out on their milestones. So that what for me was one of my really reason of saying, you know what, I'm looking, searching for what to do. I had to battle with my health some years back as a result of the fact that the time spent at work, my sedentary nature of the kind of work I do, and so I had to have a rethink about that. A lot of us are also, we're of the school of thought to say, you know what, yeah, when I retire, that's when I will have a business of my own, and then I'll start doing it.
You
That's the
tired?
that is the norm. Exactly. That's the norm. But I had to have a rethink. I said, you know what? I'm going to break out of it. What stops me from having a business right now when I'm still doing my job? Nothing
Mm-hmm.
stops me. Nobody gets in the way to say, you know what, you can't do it. Like Adebola said, none of these things are regulatory. They are not regulatory, requirement or anything called legislation signed into law, into bills. So then why are we hiding away and not trying to embrace that change or trying to test the new waters? So those for me were the things I had to break out of. Break out of my being very conventional and saying, you know what, no, I don't want my house there. No. Again, you need to understand how things are wrong. When you do that, and then you know that you're on the safe harbor, you will thrive. if you ask me, this topic actually goes beyond now because I mean, we could go ahead and talk about it, but you've kind of heard our stories in that little bit. Now, we are all thriving and we are, into digital business ownership. We are all, online business mentors. And of course, we also have an online coach amongst us right here. We are thriving. We understand, the nitty-gritty behind our business. And what are we doing? We found the light. And we're like, we just don't want to keep this light to ourselves. There are a lot of families and individuals out there who need this time. A lot of relationships are being broken because of these so-called rules. A lot of families are being parted away because of these so-called rules. Why can't you also embrace this change? So, and that is why we're on a mission. We are evangelizing that. We are changing it, saying no family needs to be left behind. No individual should be left behind. So I'm going to have Omolara just tell us in just, in 2 minutes, we're going to be really fast and tell the audience what our business entails. Because a lot of people will be like, how can I start a business? I don't even understand. I need resources. Will anybody be there to help me? Will I get support? Can you please tell our audience the kind of support and the kind of, resources we have available in our community that will help any individual, regardless of your race, your gender, regardless of your profession, and regardless of your locality? So can you please shed more light on that to all of the audience listening to us?
All right. So you're welcome. Thank you. On that, our business models, it's an automation system, right? And then for anybody that wants to join this business, the first and foremost thing to do is to sign up for a webinar, which is a live webinar. I mean, reason why we ask people to sign up for this webinar is just for you to know how the business works. You just don't want to jump into a business. You don't know the modality of that business. You need to see this webinar to see how it works, to see people, even hearing from people, live people just like we are here. You see, you hear from people of different background, of different ethnicity, and then you can make a judgment to say, okay, all right, I want to start. I want to do this. So after this webinar, we have a web-based training, which is a user-friendly. You don't have to be a tech savvy. You don't have to, be a computer guru for you to start this business. This business has a training that is step by step. And we have a life coach. We have life coaching and life mentorship. You're going to have mentors that are going to guide you through. You have coach, just like we have Adebola here. She's a coach, and we are mentors, right? So we're going to be your mentor. Adebola will be your coach. And having us as a mentor and a coach, we're going to guide you through, right? And the training, like I said, is friendly, is user-friendly. So you're not going to be by yourself. We're going to be with you all the way through the journey, all right?
Thank you so much, Omolara. You kind of covered everything. You kind of took the beat on all of those, but thank you. You mentioned, the various areas that audience needs to look into coming on board. And so, like she mentioned, that, if you want to come into this business, there's a step, there's A to Z of this business. So again, just like your typical place of work, there are certain things you need to follow. There are certain policies behind how things are run. There's a culture. There's a cultural thing that you have to follow. So let me have Mutunrayo. Mutunrayo, can you please tell the audience? Omolara had mentioned that, come and then, join this in. There's probably somebody out there thinking, what certification do I need? Do I need to get a license? Am I going to sign up for any license of what state or of what country? Can you please enlighten the audience what they need, requirement, as well as far as educational background is concerned?
Okay, thank you so much. Yes. This business is so beautiful. It's a gift. It's a blessing. Okay. And let me tell you, for you to join this business, you don't need any certification. All you need is a certificate of a positive mindset. And you are the one giving that to yourself. Okay.
Hallelujah.
Until you have that positive mindset of, I am ready for a change. I am ready to break the rule of staying stagnant, of running helter-skelter, of burning down all my credit card, of being in debt day in, day out, of waiting for that tax return to offset bills. Until then, okay, if you have that mindset and you're ready, okay, that is all it's required here. And your growth is limitless, has no limit. Whatever you can think, whatever you can dream, whatever you can imagine, all this can be actualized in this business. So thank you.
I love that. Thank you. I wish I was on the audience side of the house. I'm just going to be like, oh my gosh, this is it. And to all audience listening to us, or probably catch up on this replay, you know what? Don't let this slide. For as many individuals that you think needs to hear this, if it's you, if it's your friend, if it's your sister, your sibling, don't odd this. We are actually sharing this out there. Go ahead and share this video out to individuals that need to be partaker of this, because we've already said it. We do not want to have any stone left unturned. We do not want to have any individual or family left behind. I'm going to turn it over to Adebola. Given the fact that she is one of our reputable coaches in our community, and Omolara mentioned, slightly and said that, what, we have a support, we have a mentorship, a coaching program. But we've seen a lot of programs out there whereby, we say we have coaches, we have mentors just for a limited time. So can you buttress that? Let anybody listening to us, understand what is this concept about our mentorship program and our coaching, our coaching, benefit as far as our business is concerned.
Okay, so the coaching and the mentorship program is, I would say, it's still anytime until you're ready to get on your own. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean even after that you won't be able to reach out to your coach or to your mentor, because like Monica said, we're all mentors, and then we have coaches. So your mentor is your first go-to person, the person that helps you when you are just starting, because you yourself, you're becoming a mentor after you start your own business. So your mentor is the person that helps you to get started and guides you when you have questions with the training, with the business and all that. And you can always reach out to your coach also. Okay. And these two programs are forever. Yep. It's not like, oh, for a limited time. No, they will always be there. It's you that you will stop contacting them because you are now able to stand on your own, but they will always be there. Mm-hmm. Okay. And another thing I wanted to say is that even for our regular job, when we first start a job, we go to training, no matter how much we know about the job. Even if we had gone to school for that profession, we still go through training. Every job will take you through orientation and all that. So there is, it's not something new for you to go through training. So you may think, oh, I don't know this. I'm not into social media. I'm not tech savvy, like Molara said. Don't have experience. You don't have to worry about those things, because Molara mentioned that there is a training that will show you all that. So you're going to have that opportunity to learn what you're going to do. And the training is going to help you to get started and train you. You are not going to like go to a class, then come back and then, okay, start. No, you're going to be setting up as your training and you are setting up. Okay. So there is room to learn, even if you don't have experience. If you're not into social media, you will learn what to do on social media. Don't be afraid. Don't let that fear, stop you.
That's very correct. Hello, I was once there. I was never a social media person, and this is me today, right? And they all could testify. My family could testify. Individuals on my page could testify. I mean, I never just wanted to be out there, but this is it today because I had to break the rule, because I had to drag the bull by the horn. They've all mentioned all the beautiful benefits, right? And I'm telling you, these benefits are still countless. Time will not permit us to really go into it. As a matter of fact, we've even eat past, our time allotted time. But I will round up to say that maybe there are probably, professionals out there and thinking, oh my God, I mean, is this business legitimate? I will close up to let you know, yes, it is. We all have our businesses independently registered in our various, cities, state of residence, or even anywhere in the country, wherever you might be. So there is no cause for alarm. Now, if you're eager and you're hungry for that change and you would like to, learn more or to know more about this, you could see all the URLs right there on the screen. Feel free to reach out to any one of us. We don't bite, by the way.
We don't.
We don't bite. We are very reachable. We are also very approachable because we've seen the light. We are not holding it to ourselves. We just don't want to make sure, you know what? Let's not have this conversation 2 years down the line. And then you be like, oh my gosh, you know what?
Oh,
Or even
I,
a year down the line, I heard about this. How
oh,
come
I wish I start. I wish I did it then.
I wish I started? Let that not be your story. Let that not be your story. So, on this note, I want to appreciate every one of you who joined in or who will catch up on the replay. You know what? It's again the series. We're going to come up with another interesting topic. So, be on the lookout for us. I mean, continue to follow our pages. Come up with all the likes and all your feedbacks. We thrive on all of those. We want to make sure, we are giving value, to you. And on this note, it is bye from me and bye from all the ladies.
Bye.
See
Yeah.
you.
Bye, everyone.
We'll do this again. Thank you.